She's stuck inside my mental. She got a body like a temple. Even though she drives me crazy, I tell everyone that's my baby. She's pretty like a 4K sunset. Blue-eyed baby from the Midwest.
You know the words yet?
That was your job. Do you know the words yet?
No, I don't.
One day
But
we'll get it.
That's
Hello,
fine.
Everybody. Welcome back.
What's up, y'all?
I am beautiful.
And I'm Ace.
And we are
Together real bad. Real bad. Yeah. Before we start, before I forget, because I always do, if you like what you've been hearing, give us a follow. Instagram is together.real.badpod. TikTok is together.real.badpod. And so is YouTube. And then Patreon for a free membership or paid, either or. Support is appreciated. That is also together.real.bad.pod. We have 3 paid members. Hold on, let me see.
What is that?
I was trying to get like an applause or something.
It's on there.
I know, but I could get it on here too.
But
all
there
right.
is labeled.
Oh, here we go.
She gonna get it together one day, y'all.
But we appreciate those 3 paid members and all the free members as well. We just recently put up some photos from our flag football season. And what else did I put up there?
I don't know. You didn't tell me.
I did. I asked if it was okay to put it up there. Flag football and I don't know. It don't matter.
All right.
It doesn't matter. Something else I wanted to talk about is we've been discussing trying to add more episodes to Together Real Bad, but we lack the time to do so. So I think what we're going to do is do very, very raw and uncut conversations while we're laying in bed, basically. So
really quick, look at your child.
Oh, Lord. That's Kenzie, y'all. Y'all know how the dogs do while we record. Kenzie is currently trying to pull her favorite humping blanket
I don't think that's not her favorite one, but that's one of the ones she likes.
That's her favorite one. That's why she always tries to go for it.
Okay.
For sure.
She is.
For sure.
That is wild. I wish I could record, but we're on live on my phone. So
actually, I wonder. No, okay, we're not gonna try and do that. We're not gonna try it. I used to know how to like switch between, but it's fine. We're not gonna worry about it. Just know that Kenzie is acting up. What I was saying is we were thinking about doing like podcast mini episodes, like 7 to 10 to 15 minutes. Just us laying in bed talking, so it's not a huge like production deal, so it'll only be on audio. And we're gonna try and do 2 per month of that, and then 2 per month of this, with one like we've been doing going on Patreon and the other one going on YouTube. So hopefully we can accomplish that. If we do, you'll just see it pop up one morning on your feed.
Is this a Patreon episode?
This is not a Patreon episode.
Oh, okay.
This is a YouTube episode.
All right.
So that's that.
Okay.
And how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm not bad.
You sure you're not bad?
No, I'm fine. Just it's always gonna be something on my mind. That's all.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Definitely something on your mind, as we talked about yesterday.
Yeah. But it just is what it is. Just part of being busy.
Yeah.
So some days I feel better about it, and others I don't. So it just is what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You asked me how well. I said I'm fine. I am. I'm also greasy. Last episode, I asked y'all to give me pointers on like facial recs and routines that you guys do, because since I've turned 33 my ass, I have been so oily, and this is what I'm talking about. By the end of the day, I don't need, and my face is not dry. Like I don't need any type of moisturizer or nothing. I look like I took the Vaseline and just smeared it all over my face.
Isn't that a good thing though? Like,
In
okay,
winter, it is hot outside. It is 93 degrees.
I know, but that's part of the reason why you look oily and I look oily. But
you don't
it's
look
better.
Your oily is not my oily. I am shining.
Okay. My point is it not better to have oily skin than dry skin? If your skin is dry, then you get wrinkles and you look older. Is that not the case?
maybe that is the case, but everybody has their cross to bear. This is mine. This is my issue right now.
Okay.
And I would like help in that area.
Okay. Well, if y'all have any beauty tips, pointers.
And I'm not talking about those little sheets that I can get to remove the oil. No, I know about that. I even know about the hack. My mama used to.
Oh, Lord.
My mom used to like the same. So in some bathrooms, there are like toilet covers, like the papers that you can use.
Yeah.
My mom takes those and like rips them, like folds them up or whatever. And when she needs,
and uses them to pat her face.
It's the same.
I know, but
material.
the thought is just like, ugh.
It comes because it's in the bathroom. It's like in the packaging. I mean,
I don't care.
I'm not saying that it's. I'm not saying that it's not a choice. What I'm saying is it works for her.
I mean,
and that's her way of.
I get it.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
She's frugal. My mom is frugal.
I know, but come on, Mom. You know what? When we finally do meet, I'm gonna be like, so I'm gonna buy her. So I'm gonna just buy her in bulk for her.
Please, I don't even know if she still uses them.
Okay.
I don't know if she's still using. This is when we were younger. Like I remember seeing that. She's like, oh yeah, this is my hack. I'm like, okay, girl, do what you do. I don't know nothing about that. My face is not oily. I do not have oily skin. If anything, I'm the opposite of that. Okay, my legs be bone dry.
Yes, the toilet seat covers. Yes. I just, while we were peeking, we're not supposed to be paying attention to TikTok.
Yeah.
But I can't help it. But shout out Maddie. What's up, Maddie? I saw you.
Tonette. Hey, girl.
Tonette too. What's up, Tonette? What's going on? Got to shout them out for sure. Okay. What have you done to live out loud this week? Or live, and I actually added love out loud.
But it's supposed to be LOL.
Live or love out loud. LOL. Live out loud. Or you can choose between live out loud or love out loud. No? Live out loud.
Go ahead. This is my segment. How's she gonna change the
I was just trying to give you some more options, just in case you didn't live out loud.
I did live out loud. And
Come on.
Me living out loud is loving out loud.
Okay, period. Come on.
Okay, so aside from me continuing to post you on my social media, which I have been, we went out to New Orleans, and this goes with our trip, but we can either talk about New Orleans now or we can talk about it later. But we went down there, and part of the trip was to celebrate Ace's birthday. And so one of the ways I lived out loud is that I surprised her with a setup at our house down there.
Yeah, you did.
What were your thoughts?
I mean, I loved it. I don't necessarily like surprises, but I really, really, really appreciated the fact that you took the time to like think about doing something special. Would you like to say what you did, or do you want me to say what?
Yeah, because I'm not finished with my living out loud. Because yes, the setup was part of it.
Yeah.
Basically, I went behind the scenes and I contacted our house manager. Is that what you would call
Property manager / cleaner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got into a 3-way text thread with her and Ace's best friend, Laren. And I was like, I want to do something special for Ace. She doesn't really like surprises, so it needed to be small, but I want it to be thoughtful. I want it to be something that, lets her know that I was, thinking about her. I just want it to be different because she doesn't like to celebrate her birthday.
Facts.
And so we came up with this idea. I told them that I also wanted to do, this is also part of the surprise, wanted to do like a letter scavenger hunt type of thing.
Yeah.
And I wanted to have more letters, but we didn't have a whole lot of activities planned leading up to this. So I'm like, okay, at least I'll have 3 letters. And so the first letter was with the setup. I had some edible arrangements delivered to the house because
Fire.
Yeah, because Ace does not really like sweets, or no, she does like sweets, but she's not eating sweets anymore. And so I had that delivered. I had a card in there, and it was like a little note, and it was kind of like leading to future notes that she was going to receive for the rest of the weekend. So that was one way I lived out loud, but another way that I thought was something that I thought I'd never do was one of the letters was given to her on our quote unquote food tour. And so I actually gave the letter to a server to have it delivered to the table.
Somehow she had to go to the bathroom and came back from the quickest bathroom break ever. I should have known. That was so fast. I was like, it? What? Yes. Oh. It was.
Well, I was trying not to catch up with her as she was walking away. But she went into a server's area too fast. I'm like, okay, so let me go in the bathroom. So I went in the bathroom, washed my hands, and then came back out. And I kind of like stayed over by the bathroom until I saw her walking. And then I like quickly caught up with her. And I handed her the card to ask her to deliver it at the end of the our dining experience. And I also tipped her $20 to do it. And then
on top of what I tipped her?
I gave her money when I gave her the card.
She made bank.
Maybe. But
no, I'm telling you she did. I tipped her.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
I mean, of course you tipped her, but okay. I mean, I didn't know how much you tipped her.
20% of the bill.
Okay. Well, she got an extra 20.
Period.
So that was one of the ways that I chose to live out loud, by celebrating you publicly like that and getting other people involved.
She came and was like, "And this is for you," with her hand behind her back. I'm like, what? I was so confused. But I did appreciate it, and it was really thoughtful. So thank you so much.
Yeah. So each card was supposed to come with a gift, but I had some making up to do, and I ended up giving her 2 gifts at the same time because I was just like, I just want you to be happy. So, yeah. But
that's an interesting topic for another time, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You want to talk about that whole situation?
No, because it's going to be too long.
I mean, it doesn't have to be too long, but I mean, that could be another podcast episode.
Okay. If you want to give a little synopsis, then yes, but I feel like...
Sure.
I feel like it's going to be long.
So the synopsis is traveling with a partner. Traveling with a partner and friends. Right. What are the dynamics of that? What does the logistics look like?
I think there's so many... like what ifs. That's what makes it so, like, I don't know, interesting. Yeah. It makes it an interesting topic.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that maybe next time.
We could do next episode.
Okay, cool.
Traveling with friends.
Now we don't have to think about it.
Because coming up with the topics, y'all. It's tough. Okay, I'm sorry. Was that it?
That is it.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
That would be it.
So that was Nola vacation. Good food, good friends, good fun.
Yeah, good food. Well, some of it was good. Okay.
Now you got to talk about it, don't you?
Oh my God! Can you look up the name of that restaurant? It's like the sisters.
Two sisters.
Closet. Two sisters. Chair. I don't know. Either way, we walk in. So we leave Drago's, which is the place that I gave her the card, or had the card delivered to her, and we're walking around, and we decide to go to another place because we only had like appetizers at Drago's, which is where I love
the Court of Two Sisters.
The Court of Two Sisters.
It has 4.3 stars, by the way.
Okay, that
wait, is this it?
I think that is it.
No, yes, that's definitely it.
Those stars were given by white people. It couldn't have been by black people.
Wait, there we go. Can y'all see it?
Okay.
All right.
It's a little blurry. Good enough. But so we decided to walk to this place because I'm like, oh, it's not too far to walk. Mind you, it was raining, guys. And we didn't come completely prepared. So it was raining and it was hot. That combination never works. And unfortunately, Chicago has that kind of weather coming up soon. Anyway.
Facts.
So we're walking and we get in there. We're greeted by black people. I'm like, okay, cool. Like this, it seems like it's going to be cool or whatever. What I find interesting is that a lot of places in New Orleans, the restaurant, is that the dishwasher?
The dishwasher.
Okay. A lot of restaurants in New Orleans, it like when you walk in, it's very narrow. But as you walk into the space, it opens up into like a dining area. Most of them have courtyards that people can sit outside and eat. So that's kind of what we walked into. So we walk in and it's one host, one black girl, and she's like, okay, so it's for 2. Okay, walk down to the next counter so they can seat you. We're greeted by 2 other black people. It was one black man and one black girl. And the girl was like, okay, I'll take you to your seat. As she's walking us in, it looked to be like of a a buffet area, but it wasn't set up. So possibly like on brunch, they might have like a buffet brunch. Anyway, so as we're walking past that, I see a dragonfly flying. We're inside. So immediately I should have just took that as a red flag. Because what the fuck? I've never seen a dragonfly inside a building before. They're just too, I don't know what the word is, sporadic. Like, I don't know. Unpredictable with their movements. So I've never seen a dragonfly indoors, but lo and behold, there was a dragonfly. So we're walking and I'm like, okay, more black people. But the black people that I saw were the servers and the service people, like the front of the house staff. And so we continue to walk in, and then we see the dining hall, of which Ace just showed you guys the picture. And it is all white.
It's giving...
It's all white.
Plantation.
And it was giving plantation.
For sure.
It was giving massa, like you head ninja in the it was giving head ninja in the big house.
Yeah.
Like it was giving those vibes. Like it was an honor to work in the big house on the plantation. Because as we sat down, it was literally all white people dining and all black servers serving. Minus one guy, he looked to be maybe Hispanic or whatever. Another, I feel like, that wasn't much of a red flag, but it just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. It put me in a different space. Like, all right, whatever. So we're looking at the menu, and I'm confused as to what to get because I don't know exactly what I want. Like, I'm hungry, but I'm not so hungry. I know this place had banana Foster, and that is one of the things that I wanted to try out there in New Orleans. So we get this server. His name was Michael. Older gentleman, to the point like old, like he gotta walk old, like he should have been retired, but times are hard. No shade, no tea, do what you gotta do to make ends meet. However, they should have moved him to a different part of the staff. I don't know, staffing or something, because a server he don't got it no more. I asked him about some of the food items, some of the menu items, and I asked a valid question, at least in my opinion. Y'all could tell me if it's not a valid question or not. But I asked him, like, I think it was between shrimp and grits and the catfish. And I'm like, I can get catfish anywhere. I'm in New Orleans. I want to try the shrimp and grits here because it's our first time here. I haven't had their shrimp and grits. So I asked Mike, I was like, how is the shrimp and grits? Like, what would you choose between the two? And he told me catfish. And I should have listened to him the first time he said catfish, because I chose shrimp and grits. And the reason why I chose shrimp and grits, because I asked him, I said, is the cook black? Like, is the chef black? Who's ever making these dishes, is the chef black? And I feel like that's a valid question, because we make food differently than the Caucasians. Our food is more flavorful, all the things that go with it. I don't have to continue to go on and on about how our food is better. So the food comes out and the shrimp is overcooked. The roux for the shrimp and grits was sweet, and how else would you describe it?
It wasn't good.
It wasn't good. And so I let that bitch sit there. And it sat there, and it sat there, and it sat there. And he walked past with his hobbling ass several times until so he walked past several times, didn't ask us how was the food or anything like that. And I wanted him to ask me, because I would have changed my choice, but he didn't. That food just sat there. It looked like I didn't even touch it. Meanwhile, a white couple sits behind me, and he is doing a song and dance. Like, he is at their beck. He came to check up on them several times because they hadn't decided what they wanted to order. He was giving recommendations. He was performing, okay? But wouldn't really speak two words to us the entire time. We are the only black patrons in this establishment at this point. Yeah. And so we're waiting for him to come and check on us to actually like give us the bill or whatever. Meanwhile, our glasses are bone dry. We are thirsty. It is hot. There has been a gentleman walking past several times to walk all the way to the back of the restaurant to give the white people their water, and will walk past our tables. Our glasses are at the end of the table, like waiting for it to be filled up. Waiting. When I tell you bone dry, I mean not even a drop, like ice. Do we have ice in the glasses?
It was ice water.
Ice had melted, and we drank the ice water because we were so thirsty. Michael finally comes, and I think because you flagged them down, right?
No, I asked one of the guys that were filling up water.
Yes, to can we get some water? And he looked confused, like, oh, water. So he finally filled up our water. But I'm talking about when Michael came, when he finally got to the table. Is it because you flagged him down?
No, he just probably, and I was just like, can we have the bill?
Yeah. So mind you, Ace got a 3-course meal, which it came with an appetizer, a main entree, and a dessert. And I was going to eat her dessert, which was the banana foster that I wanted. We were so fed up. We were just ready to go. So we asked Michael for the bill. I also have to add, the banana foster was an upcharge to the 3-course meal. It was like a $7 upcharge. Otherwise, you could have got I guess it was like a cheesecake or something for it that was included in the price. Michael brings out the bill, and it still had the banana foster in there. And I'm looking at it like, did you bring a banana foster out to the fucking table? Did you see a banana foster hit the table? So she comes back over. He's like, hey, the banana foster's still on. He was like, oh, do you want it? No, we don't want it.
He knew we didn't like the food. He just didn't want to deal with it.
But the thing is that we weren't being hard to work with. We were being very polite. We didn't say, like, we weren't making a scene, although I feel like I could have.
Tonette said certified crash out.
Yes. Yeah. I feel like I could have, but we didn't. And the reason why I get this way about service is because I'm in the service industry, and I know what it's like to even serve difficult tables. I understand and I get it, and you don't want to be in that position, but we were not a difficult table. We were not terrible patrons. We were not the type to like complain about everything. Y'all need take this off the bill. I don't want. It was nothing like that. And so he finally brought the bill back without the banana foster on it. And do y'all know that Ace had the nerve to still tip? I was so pissed. He didn't deserve shit.
I mean, they ain't gotta make a living.
Then do better.
I mean,
because
I
in
agree.
Chicago, if you were to do some shit like that, and I, again, me being in the service industry, I usually always tip because I understand what it's like to be a tipped worker.
Right.
However, if the service is trash, and that's all around, from the food to the cleanliness to the service to everything, 0 stars. When we finally paid the bill, we got up, and I kid you not, I swear to God, a roach ran across the floor. Like, take me with y'all.
Yeah, it's funny, but it's not funny. But also in New Orleans.
I'm not going to say it for you.
Okay,
you say you don't equate that to cleanliness because New Orleans has bugs and roaches. Yes, okay. And I get it. But it was still disgusting. And it just like was the icing on top of the fucking cake. Like, we got to go. I was so disappointed in the service that we ended up walking to another spot called Brennan's, which is where the banana foster was actually created. And that's where I wanted to go originally. But I was like, okay, let's just kill 2 birds with one stone. They're down the street from each other. They're in competition with each other. I'm sure their banana foster is just as good, because in order for you to be down the street from each other from the place that created it, your banana foster has to be good in order to compete. Anyway, so we ended up going to Brennan's, and they have a minimum of 2 for the banana fosters, which, yes, I ate both Ace and mines because she can't have sweets. And yes, it was good. And judge your mama.
Maxed it.
I feel like I went, how many minutes was that?
Probably about 10. I'm not even lying.
Bruh. I'm triggered all over again. I mean, Michael, do fucking better, bro. Like, if you too tired, if you don't want to deal with servers, if you don't want to deal with being a server in this industry, then don't fucking do it. That place deserves 0 stars. Especially y'all are black.
Just go
black
write
servers.
a review, bro. I mean, just go write
I should.
you should.
I should just have ChatGPT take this and just put it in a nice, concise read and send that shit over to there, because that I could not believe that was the service that we were getting from our own people. And it made it worse that like I said, that's why I painted the picture that I did. Like, it was like you were walking into master's house and we were the only black. How you get served like that from your own people and treat them like that?
They may have people that come in there that are black that don't tip well, so in that sense they just don't give a fuck.
We didn't even give those kind of vibes, bro.
I know, like, but they don't know that. They just know what they've dealt with previously, so that's probably why.
Yeah, Michael needs to retire.
Michael definitely looked like something.
I should have I almost wrote a note on the receipt.
Yeah, Michael looked like something out of Roots.
Bro, I swear to God, and hobbling.
Not even joking.
And at some point, while we were waiting for him to come to the table, he was standing on the other side of the restaurant, like facing our table, leaned over on a chair, just looking
tired in
our direction. What the hell?
That happened last time. What the hell? That happened. It was a power surge.
Oh, that's what you were talking about? Yeah. All right, let's move on. Sorry, y'all. That was my rant about two sisters, whatever the fuck.
All right. 10 minutes later.
Yeah. I apologize.
Vegan Dale. We keep these short now.
Okay. Vegan Dale. You want to go ahead?
I don't really have nothing to say. Vegan Dale was really good. We went with my cousins. It was hot as hell. We ate at the Walking Jerk, which was the black business that we were going to highlight. I don't believe they're out of Chicago, but tacos were fire. Like, vegan steak tacos, like fire. Like 5 stars. Like 5 plus 5 plus 5 stars. Like, really, really,
when
really
I
good.
Tell y'all, like, I was so impressed. I am not vegan. I'll never be vegan. I don't think I could survive as being vegan.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
I could never survive as being vegan because I don't eat a whole lot of vegetables to be able to sustain myself. Okay. But going into Vegan Dale, I had an open mind because I'm like, I like Impossible burgers. Like, they're actually very flavorful. I could do an Impossible burger. So if anything, I know there were going to be some places that have that. Boy, was I surprised. I was so excited when we were in the Walking Jerk, and the tacos look so good. Yeah, and the taste match. However, before we got the tacos, I look over and this white guy is eating an Italian beef. Beef also with fire. A V.
V-E-E-F.
And it was dipped.
Also fire.
When I tell my God. So actually, Vegan Dale, I will be back. I am not ever going to be vegan. I even posted in my story, like, I had a good time. It was a 10 out of 10. But the very next slide was, okay, now pass me the bacon.
That's terrible.
I don't think that's terrible. I think that's honest. I think that's honest. Okay. But yes, Vegan Dale, 10 out of 10. I actually really, really did enjoy it. And New York is their next stop. So if we have any New York listeners, if you have the availability to go and experience Vegan Dale, please do. It's worth it.
Period. I'm gonna skip that. Happy Pride. I don't think we said that yet.
We did in the last episode.
We did, but it's still Pride month.
It is still Pride.
So happy Pride. And the last thing we'll talk about in this section is our Boxville pop-up.
Yay!
Yeah, so when you get a chance, look at this. Restart it. Boxville pop-ups. So we've been saying for a while that we need a spot for gym junkies. I think we might have a spot. So we're going to be out at Boxville from 4 to 7 doing a pop-up for Boxville, offering tooth gems and grills impressions. So if you're in Chicago and you're listening to this, come out and get one. I think it's gonna be really good. This is gonna be very challenging, I feel like, for us and to have like a brick and mortar. for a business, but I think in the end it will do well and be well worth it. And there are a bunch of different areas where we can expand in or expand to. I have several different types of ideas. And so let's hope that, this works out. Come out and support if you can.
Yes, I'm actually really excited about it too. A little nervous, but actually we got quite a bit of great feedback as far as like us posting, the fact that we're hiring, because we are going to need people to work the site for us when we are unavailable. And we had quite a few people who were interested. So I want to just say shout out to y'all. We are having interviews this week. And this week. And so I'm excited for the pop-up and the future home of Gym Junkies in Boxville. Now we need to think about decorating the space. I know.
I mean, we will, but it's just, I think we just can't take on too much at one time. Like, that's the biggest concern.
We already taking a lot of shit on.
We are? We taking on too much stuff at one time?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we're doing a lot.
Imagine being me if you feel like we're doing a lot.
I know. That's why I said. That's why I be saying what I said. Like
what?
Like sometimes we might be doing too much, but you like to work through shit. And that's one thing I love about you, because personally, I feel like that's part of the reason why I'm not an entrepreneur. I'd be so scared to take steps and just do shit. Well, you just go for it.
I mean, I used to be, but now it's like, I'm in it now, so who cares? Mm-hmm. All right. Give us 1 second, y'all. We're trying to figure out how to get back on TikTok. We had a power surge, which happened earlier, which we didn't talk about this, but it's hot as fuck outside. So there's that. And this is the second one that we've had today, actually, since I've been here. So it knocked the Wi-Fi offline. I'm just glad we weren't live. That would have been catastrophic. But It knocked the Wi-Fi offline, and so we are trying to get it back. Shit. So 1 second, y'all.
We can keep going.
It might not be back online. Y'all can listen to this behind the scenes as we try and get it back online.
I mean,
the Wi-Fi may not be back online yet.
No, but I came off my Wi-Fi.
Oh, it just did. Okay, then that should work.
Yeah.
Let's see.
All right, we're good.
Are we?
Yeah.
Are we?
We're
okay,
good.
You're right. All right.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Let's see if we back for real.
No,
I don't get no damn service in here. So there it is. Got it. All right. For the main topic, we're going to be talking about gender roles, gender energy, gender communication, fluid love, all the things that kind of speak towards what you look like and how you act, or what you sound like and how you act, and kind of how we've navigated it or how we navigate it now. We've touched on this a lot, like in the past, just here and there. And whenever we do, those like clips get really good. They get really good traction. So I figure we would just kind of dig into it.
Yeah.
So when people try to label, okay, how can I put this? How do you feel about labels? I'll start off that way.
I like labels. I feel like just like labels in like the physical realm and not the
I can't help you with this. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're trying to say yet.
Like actual labels, like when you label things like in the house, like, okay, this is where where these go. This is where I feel like it's like organization wise, it helps with things.
Okay.
personally,
hold on. Okay, let's I'm gonna hold that in my head. Organizational wise, it helps with things when you have labels. Interesting. Okay.
yes.
Go ahead.
So when it comes to people, not that we should be put in certain categories, but I feel like labels helps me understand people a little bit more. Even if it's non-binary, because you don't want a label. But
what
that
about you
is,
can't judge a book by its cover?
well, no. I'm not it's not judging at all. That's not where I'm coming from. I don't want that to be the sentiment of this. I'm not judging anybody. But no, I'm not even gonna say but. I'm not judging anybody. I personally like labels because it helps me with making sure that I don't misgender people. It helps me make sure that I keep my identity, because I'm proud of what my sexual orientation is.
Okay.
It helps me. We were actually kind of touched on this a little bit today with our team, but
okay.
Yeah, I like labels. I think it just helps my brain.
I, on the other hand, have a different outlook, I guess. Like I'm straddling the fence, as I usually do, for a few reasons. One, because I do not label myself as a stud or a femme. I feel like I'm more of a tomboy or a STEM, if you wouldn't put it that way. But I feel like people label me as a stud just because of how I present, and I don't like that, because I'm a whole girl.
You a whole woman.
Putting my hair behind my ear.
You first of all, that's not you. So.
I'm just saying it's not, but I'm saying to give you to give you that I'm a whole woman. Like, I'm a whole woman. I don't identify as anything hard or crass or studdish or anything like that. I just mostly dress the way that I am comfortable with, and I am comfortable dressing in men's clothes. One, because they're more comfortable, and two, because of my stature. I get mistaken as a male like all the time, and it doesn't necessarily bother me, but like, people will look me in my face with these high ass cheekbones and no facial hair because of how I dress, and be like, yeah, man. And then I'll say something and they'll still be like, yeah, man. I'm like, okay, you clearly you're not paying attention. But I just don't like, I don't like that. It's like I don't like it. So I feel like again, because of the way I dress, people just label me, oh, she is or the way I present, and I don't like that.
Yeah, I learned this about you. I actually was attracted to you because I thought you were a stud, and stud is my type. Like, if you had to line up all the girls that I've dated or talked to in a line,
okay,
they all have similarities. They all have hair. 2 of them have locks.
Okay.
1 of them had like long curly hair.
Yeah.
They all dressed masculine.
Okay.
That is I like a masculine presenting woman, and the majority of those women happen to be studs or STEM. So when it came to you and my attraction to you, that's what I thought. I quickly learned that, I don't even think it was quickly, but I eventually learned that you are not
at all
a stud. You are very much, I mean, not that studs aren't women, but you are very much identify closely with women, especially when the clothes are off. Like, you have all the concerns, all the insecurities that a woman does. Right. It's just that you dress masculine, which I still love about you, because you look good as hell to me. Clothes on or off.
Should I wear like a?
Don't say nothing stupid. No.
Should I just like play around with wearing like dressing like a girl, and then you dress like a boy, and then we kind of flip it?
No.
Okay, no. I wouldn't. I don't want to. I wouldn't feel comfortable in a dress.
I don't even know. So, I can't even.
You've seen pictures of me in a dress in my 20s.
Yeah. And if I liked women back, first of all, if I knew you and I liked women back then, I wouldn't have been attracted to you.
But I wouldn't have had a chance now that I am comfortable with who I am and I know what I want to be.
If you dressed like that?
No. So you saw me in my 20s in pictures. Mm-hmm. You weren't attracted to that. But if you knew, and you knew me in my 20s, you weren't attracted to that. But say like I came back around and I don't dress in a dress anymore. I dress like this. You knew me before and you know me now, and I came back around and like you were trying to get in a relationship. Is that
people evolve.
okay?
So yeah,
Okay, interesting.
I think that I would definitely have like, okay, let me see what that's about type of thing. But yeah, I mean that's just my type. I do think that some women, some feminine women are attractive. However, I don't see myself dating a femme woman. We talked about this before. Like I just don't see it for myself.
And if you do, you are the dominant one.
And I don't want to fall into that I don't want to fall into that category. Y'all already calling me nigga names.
And that's part of what sparked this too, because you know I wanted to bring out.
Please don't say the name.
Okay. Damn it.
Please don't say the name.
Why?
Because
what?
I don't know.
This is the other thing I want to talk about too. You have a very strong reaction to me or anyone else like insinuating that you have masculine energy or like masculine or dominant ways. Why is that?
I think part of it is that growing up, I used to get made fun of for looking like a man all the time.
Because you were in gymnastics and you were strong as fuck?
Yes, because I was in gymnastics, because I was strong as fuck. There was a lot of times where I was very, very self-conscious about what I was wearing. And I couldn't wear tank tops for years because I thought that I was too muscular. With my broad shoulders, small titties. They've since blown up since I've retired.
Yes.
She a titty girl. I don't know if y'all ever knew that.
Oh, no, I'm ass girl.
No. Ace is a titty girl. She loves titties. You should see all of her exes. All of her exes have big titties. I, however, don't have that, but they've grown since I've retired and never thought that I would be the size that I am, but here we are. But she is definitely a titty girl. Don't let her tell you anything different. She liked my ass because I had one and her exes didn't. But she is definitely a titty girl. I don't even remember what I was saying now.
I don't either. But we can move around.
So I mean, no. So I got made fun of for looking like a man, and so then, like even now, I don't necessarily think I look like a man, but I guess that is triggering in some way.
I understand that.
On top of the fact that I do have, masculine energy sometimes, and I don't ever want to fall into that because I don't want me to like change my identity because I have that energy every now and then. I don't want to be a STEM. I don't want to be
I don't think having that energy makes you either one or makes people think that you're either one.
I feel like if I have that in my head and that's how people identify me as, slowly but surely, I'm going to start dressing in that manner. And then you'll look up 2 years from now, they'll be like, that's beautiful. That's more like handsome.
You're so stupid.
So I don't want to put myself in that position because it'll go there.
So you really think if you start to embrace your more dominant energy that you would start to dress the way your energy is?
If I was with a femme woman, yes. With you, no, because because that only happens like behind closed doors.
Who wears the pants in our relationship? The proverbial pants.
These are the sisterhood of traveling pants over here. Okay, we wear the same pants.
We wear the same pants?
Same pants, same size.
Okay, baby. Explain.
I think that, we both put our foot down with some things. I think I give you a little bit more authority because you are older than me. You are wiser than me. So I kind of lean to you for a lot of things.
However,
but there are some things that, you put in my court and you call it the fucking entertainment department, which we need to reevaluate those duties and roles because it's not adding up a lot of the times.
Side note, y'all, this is an inside joke I use all the time. When it's something that I feel like is either entertainment worthy, that either I don't want to do or is like making plans. That's where it came from, like making the plans, like because I don't care.
Okay,
So I
keep
just
that
be like,
in
refer
mind.
to the entertainment department, please, y'all. Talk to Kim.
Keep that in
She keeps
mind.
that.
So it was supposed to be referring to making plans.
Uh-huh.
What did we talk about a few episodes ago about it being me making the bed? How was that entertainment department?
Because first and foremost, like you like to make the bed. Perfectly fine. But remember when I said like when you lay down before you go to sleep and you turn on the TV is entertainment, and so therefore that is the entertainment department, because making the bed and getting in the bed and watching TV is part of entertainment. You like how I did that? I know.
No.
Yeah.
Our viewers don't like how you did that.
Yes, you like how I did that. So yeah, entertainment department.
Who do you think wears the pants in a relationship?
I think what you said is correct. Like you give a little bit more in my direction just because I may have experience in more situations than you may have, or I try and just like tell you little things here and there because I've been there, done that, and gone through it. But
benefits of being with an older woman.
It's maybe like 60-40. It's maybe like 60-40. Yes, some stuff I'm gonna put my foot down for, but a lot of time a foot down for. A lot of time I'm gonna put my foot down, but sometimes I'll just be like, all right, whatever. Which is I have to work on that. Like things that I try to work on, like, all right, let me just let it go and just be like, okay, whatever you want to do. I say that to myself a lot because I could have an opinion about every single thing and I just choose not to. So, yeah. When do you feel most masculine or most feminine in our relationship?
When do I feel most
masculine or feminine? Choose either or both to talk about.
I feel most feminine when we go out on a date and like we dress up, like if we're getting cute or whatever. And I think it's like when I put on like heels or something, it's like you're cute to like now help me out the door, help me out the car, open the car door for me, let me go. Yeah, I feel like I deserve to live a soft life, but it only happens when I have heels on. So I feel like I need to wear heels more.
But then I'd be like, babe, don't do that because your feet gonna hurt and it's just gonna be a miserable
Beauty
night.
Is pain.
Oh, fuck that. No, thank you.
Well, you don't have to worry about it.
Well, I used to. Can y'all imagine me in my 20s in heels and black pumps, like 3-inch heels, doing like liquor promotion work in bars with my hair wrapped up?
Crazy.
In jeans and a cap sleeve shirt. Oh, Lord. That was, oh God.
Crazy work. I don't even want to.
You don't even want to think about it. Yeah, that was a very interesting time in my life, trying to figure out who I am and what I want to be and all that. But that's a story for another day.
I don't like men's no more.
Right, I don't like men's no more. So I guess for me, I feel like I get in my masculine energy. Like if something has to be fixed around here, or something has to be loaded or unloaded or taken out or brought in or up the stairs, even though you help all the time when you are around, or like when we go out paying for things, but that's because excuse me, that's because we have this extra business that is like kind of like play money, and so I obviously don't mind doing that, and then you also help out with that, so I just feel like it's only fair. When I'm in my feminine energy, I feel like when we cuddle, that's like when I'm in my feminine energy.
Even though you're the big spoon sometimes, because you like to
most of the time, 93% of the time, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
But like sometimes I like to be cuddled too.
Or when I rub your feet.
Yeah. I'll be like, come on, girl, get these feet.
Ugh, when you say it like that, it sounds so nasty.
You got to get over this foot.
I am like when I rub your feet, do I cringe or anything?
Only when we in public, apparently, because I tried to get you to rub my feet at Vegan. Why wouldn't you? When we're at Vegandale, you acting new. I'm like, for real. How
does that even sound? We're at Vegandale enjoying food, and now you want me to rub
You were
your
done
feet?
eating. You were done eating. You weren't gonna eat anything else. So what's the problem?
You don't know. I have my mind set on eating something else.
And you did not. Okay.
I had an icy.
Which you didn't even need your hands for.
Yes, I did.
I mean, you didn't touch the ice. That's a piss poor excuse, bro.
I forgot to say how I feel masculine.
Okay, how do you feel masculine?
When I have to put things together in the house.
Yeah, because I don't have the patience anymore.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing that. I used to put stuff together all the time.
I love it. It's like a puzzle.
I mean, yeah, I
like
used to like it too. Now my patience is far, far gone for that.
Not mine.
Get somebody else to do it.
I was talking about that with some of our teammates, Steph and Gabby. And well, Gabby doesn't like labels. That was one of the things that we were kind of talking about. And then we were also saying how, like around the house, I like to, put things together. You absolutely do not. And Gabby's the same way. She likes to put things together and she's like the handy woman around the house. And not that I'm the handy woman, because I am not. But if you need a dresser put together,
you got it. That's the thing. Like please believe I am perfectly capable of putting things together. And I used to put stuff together, but I just can't do it no more. I just don't. I ain't got it. And I was going to ask you that. It's funny how, because Gabby and Steph are both very like they don't give me feminine energy and they don't give me stud energy, which is where they're both very neutral. So I was curious about like how that worked in their household when it came to chores and putting stuff together. And it's funny that y'all talked about that.
Yeah.
So interesting. That's a dynamic. Like there's a couple of couples in the flag football league that I look at and I'm like, I wonder who takes on this or who takes on that.
Right. Like who's the woman or the man? Because that is the dynamic that I always thought it was going to be like getting into a WLW relationship. Like I thought there was always this like man role or this male masculine role and then this feminine role.
I feel like that don't...
two parties play, and it's not true.
Yeah, I don't feel like that has to be the case.
No, and I don't either.
I feel like
I've evolved in my thoughts.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I feel like it's funny because I think Larry and I were kind of having that conversation. She was like, "You're the man." I was like, "No, that's not quite how that works." A while ago.
Oh, okay.
Like, that's not
like I can't imagine her saying that now.
Well, but I'm like, that's really not how that works. And she didn't understand and I didn't have time to explain it to her. So, but yeah, there's really to me, especially in a relationship where there's no, I guess this is again putting label stuff, but there's no clear stud and no feminine person. I feel like there's really no man. There's two people that make the shit work together, basically. If you like doing something, doing it. If you don't like doing it and the other person does like doing it, let them do it. And then everything else you define, like we did the trash or we did the dishes or you cook and I do the whatever
you split up stuff.
Yeah, whatever the case is. So, did you've never dated a femme? Just
no, but
just
messed around with some.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was asking because I was looking at her question. So since you've never dated, that doesn't really.
Have you ever dated a woman that was mask presenting?
No, not attracted at all. Not at all. Like, you can be super feminine, or you can be like yourself. You're feminine, but you like play sports and you have some masculine characteristics. But to just completely date a stud or somebody who's super mass presenting, not attracted. I might as well. I feel like I might as well just date a man. Right.
Exactly. That's what they. That's
and
what the people say.
That's
why what the people say.
If you're gonna date a stud, why date a man? Because it's not the same. It's not the same. There was this thing that on TikTok that I sent to cousin in our chat like that we have with her. And it was basically, what did it say? Point of view. What did it say?
I know what you're talking about.
Okay. It was basically like point of view why I never thought twice about dating a stud. And it showed her doing everything from
a man wouldn't.
Riding a boat, driving a boat, fixing the car, cleaning up the backyard, doing the lawn work, like all the things. And I feel like as women, even those who are mass presenting, as women, we approach and think about relationships way differently than men do. And I'm not saying that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's a thing. Like I feel like I put you like first in like almost everything, depending on what it is. And I want to make sure that you're happy, and I want to make sure that you are like taken care of. And I realize that some men probably feel like that, but that ain't the vibe I get when I'm scrolling through social media.
You can't look at social media.
I mean,
though. It's not real life.
I know
but
it's
the majority
not.
of the men are like that.
So it is kind of real life. So I mean,
kinda.
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
there are some good men out there, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I
no,
know
absolutely.
Men,
And I'm not trying to male bash, but I'm just saying we just approach it. We approach things differently.
We approach the relationships and life differently with our partner, with having concern or them and our forethought, or
right.
Is that the right term? Forethought?
Of how we think about things. Yeah. The thought you give it, you give it before it happens, basically. Yeah.
And consideration to like what your partner is going to feel or do or whatever.
Like I can only break it down like this. When you have cramps, I understand what it's like to have cramps. Yeah. So I'm going to do whatever I can to make you comfortable. Whereas, can a man understand that? No. And so they may not understand that I get like moody. I don't want to get up. Like my back hurt. Like I feel like shit. Like all of these things. And when there's physically, visibly nothing wrong with you, it's hard to understand it when you can, when you're like, well, what the fuck? You know, you look fine. Well, meanwhile, I'm doubled over in pain from cramps that are debilitating. Yeah. So that's the only thing I can liken it to, like understanding a woman and a man not necessarily being able to understand a woman is like, you don't understand as a man what it's like to have these cramps, but as a woman I do. So I'm gonna take care of my woman like I understand having these cramps.
I thought there was like some type of device that mimics
supposedly.
I want to see what that's about.
You want to feel it to see if you could deal with it? It probably ain't shit to us, honestly.
I was about to say, I want to see if it's accurate to what we actually feel inside. Because when I tell you, it'd be a bunch of little people, like, using my uterus as a stress ball. Man, and then scratching the life out of me, like, oh my God.
Yeah, I understand that. I
don't like it. When is it gonna end, Lord?
Probably in your late 40s, early 50s. You ready?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's all I got.
That's all you got?
You have anything else?
I don't have anything else.
Your leg is hot on my leg.
Is hot?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
All right. Take it or leave it.
I don't have anything. I'm hot and ready. Get off here. I ain't even gonna lie.
Okay.
No, you see the sweat on my face.
Yeah.
Do you have anything?
No, we could just end it there.
All right.
All right.
Cool.
Until next time, y'all.
Peace.
She's stuck inside my mental. She got a body like a temple. Even though she drives me crazy, I tell everyone that's my baby. She's pretty like a 4K sunset, blue-eyed baby from the Midwest. Body so bad when she undressed. If I was your ex, I'd be upset. Little did he know I was up next. Big brown boy with the big flex. I know that you know I'm the one. She's stuck inside my mental. She got a body like a temple. Even though she drives me crazy, I tell everyone that's my baby.